So the other day, I don't know how this thought came about, but I was just thinking about the past a long time ago, like way, way, way into the past. Just some early childhood memories. And I was just thinking about how I was thinking during those memories. Like remembering those memories, how was I thinking during those actions? And I was thinking about kind of the next thing I was doing and just things that look cool, trying out different things, stuff like that. But a lot of the times, none of the thoughts had anything to do with me in the sense of me thinking about myself or the fact that I am, like the sense of self. It was just doing stuff. It was not the awareness that I was, a completely different entity than, say, another individual. At least not consciously. I wasn't thinking that. So it kind of posed a question, and I asked a couple of people this, and I guess I'll ask you this. When was the first moment you became you were consciously aware, like self-aware, like you knew about yourself?
Well, funny enough, I had to really dig deep on this and had to do math and subtract years with my ages, and I knew like when, but not necessarily what age. So,
yeah. Well, more broadly, the question, it's not necessarily when, but it could be when.
Well, I want to say it was between either 3 or 4, maybe closer to like 4.
That you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't really remember anything before preschool. And I went to preschool for 2 years.
Yeah, I think you're right. There's like maybe one. It gets blurry because you're not sure. Was that before preschool? Was that preschool? Was that even further before that? Because awareness in general is low.
That's
and
true.
Your memories kind of fade.
But I want to say that's the earliest that I have been able to remember being aware of things just in general, whether it's myself or other people, this or that.
Yeah. And I just kind of what do you remember what it was, like that memory of, like, were you doing something like flicking crickets around?
I mean, I've had a lot of memories in preschool.
You don't remember, like, what's one where you remember that you were you?
I guess the one I remember the most was, I guess it was my first friend in preschool.
Mm-hmm.
And we do what children do. We play.
If that's what children do, yeah.
And it was weird. I just remember for some reason he was sitting down, I was standing up. We were playing something where I think we were just building something with those logs. Those stackable
Lincoln logs?
Yeah.
I love those things. I play with them all the time.
And so I was just like, man, we really out here building stuff and and we're friends. Like, that's kind of crazy.
Oh, damn. That's a nice memory.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know what happened to him. As soon as I moved, it's gone.
Damn. They just disappear.
Yeah. So, yeah. What about you?
What about me? My earliest? That one's really muddled because that's, like I said, I don't remember the exact age.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember whether this happened before or after.
Mm-hmm.
But it was certainly interactions with people or things, because then that kind of shows you, there's some sort of difference. I cannot think right. That a couple pop up. Like one, there was a popsicle. I was eating a popsicle, and I was like, I want another popsicle. Like one of those push pops. It was a push pop. Do you remember those?
Did you get them from like a store or from like one of those ice cream trucks?
Maybe an ice cream truck?
I always got mine from ice cream trucks.
Yeah,
That's also another preschool memory.
It was the day outside, and we were just like, I don't know, just outside doing whatever bubbles and water things, and just I was sitting on the curb with a push pop, And I remember watching this thing melt down a little bit as I'm eating it and trying to push the sucker up, just like, how the hell does this work?
Yeah.
And I just remember eating it and then going, oh man, I would like another one.
Another one.
And then I went to the teacher. I'm like, hey,
Oh wait, this was in school?
this was in preschool, I think.
What? You got push pops?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that instance. And it was not like a regular instance. And I went up to the teacher and I was just like, hey, could I have another one? Or I probably didn't use that good of English. And she
Another
just said,
one now.
no, you don't, there are no more. You only get one. And I was just like, what? Like I ate that one like so fast or something like that. I just remember being disappointed, just like, God damn, like, I don't get another push pop. Like that was it. That was the one.
It's gone.
It's gone forever.
It's gone.
And I don't know, just preschool was a very like sense of self type thing, like you figuring that out. Because I remember there was this big light table with like this grid in it, and you'd have these clear-ish, like translucent plastic pieces
Okay.
that you'd stick in the like square holes,
Okay.
and the light would go through the pieces, and they were just oddly shaped blocks, and you just kind of put them together in weird ways, and almost like a 3D Tetris type thing.
Yeah, I've never had that.
Yeah, I remember putting those blocks in there. There was a specific green one. I don't remember its shape, but I remember the green, and I just remember going putting it in there and kind of not thinking this, but being aware that I was putting it in there. Like I was the one putting the block in the light table to see what would happen. So with that sort of thing, like what kind of thoughts did you have when you were kind of delving into this?
Well, I mean, I didn't really think much in preschool, but I think what really hit me was kindergarten.
Oh yeah.
My second half of kindergarten, because that's when I moved to, I guess, the house I'm in now. And man, was it weird. I had to meet a whole new group of, people. And it's funny because I don't even remember any of the people my first semester of kindergarten from my other school. I didn't know anyone.
You didn't know anyone?
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting though? You interact with all those kids and you still don't know any of them.
Yeah. I just remember one guy, one kid, we were both kids, obviously, but whatever. He would flip his eyelid so it like flipped out.
I remember that.
And I was like, dude, that's so weird. And then he's like, do you want me to do it to you? I was like, sure.
I don't know how I feel.
And then he did it, and I was like, what the? And then I just, just blink real quick just to stop it. I was like, yeah, that was weird. I don't want to do that again.
And that was, you just don't remember that person, but you remember that?
Yeah. Which is just, it's very weird, but going back on track. The second semester of kindergarten, I remember more just because everything was brand new. I didn't know anyone, and I was, just thrown in there, just like an animal. I have to make friends. And it was my social anxiety kicking off. I was like, I don't know what to do. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I can't believe they really put me in here with all these other people.
You were thinking that the whole time?
Yeah.
You're just like, okay, now I'm in this place.
And I'm very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to anyone, but I need to make friends.
Isn't that weird how that could translate to like now too?
Yeah, it's still the same.
Yeah. Wow.
But I mean, everybody was kind to me, They said hi. They tried to be friends with me. I made friends, it's whatever.
So how did that kind of affect your self-awareness?
I guess just really growing up around, I guess, just being around people for school in general, just being around all these other kids and seeing how they act and interact with people certain things they do, it just makes you question, why the fuck do they do that? And it made me think about myself, and I was like, and I'm thinking, am I weird? Am I normal? Am I superior? Am I inferior? I had all these questions about myself.
Did you get any of them answered?
No.
No. You're still trying to figure that out?
I mean,
Whether you're inferior or superior?
well, at this point, I just stopped comparing myself to people. So,
I mean, that's not the worst.
but yeah. So I think that's the first time where I like kind of thought about myself in that type of aspect. Just having, would it be awareness?
Yeah,
of myself?
I'd say self-awareness. Yeah.
Self-awareness, yeah. So that was an interesting time.
Yeah. I can attest. I remember one of the first days of kindergarten, walking in, sitting at the table. It was definitely really weird. Like, what, again, like, I'm here. You don't know why you're here, but then you just kind of start functioning in that area, in that space. And I was seated at a table, and I actually remember, maybe not the first table, but I do remember at some point, maybe we switched tables at some point, but two individuals that were at my table at one point, and even a fourth, or a third and a fourth in those individuals. But that's in like coloring inside and outside the lines.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember introducing myself to them, like saying like, "Hey, I'm Brandon," and they're like, "Hey, I'm so and so," and "Hey, I'm so and so."
Wait, this was preschool?
No, this was kindergarten.
Kindergarten, okay.
Yeah, preschool. I didn't like interacting with people.
I had one
I was
friend. I
kind
know
of
what you
very
mean.
like, I interacted with people, but I feel like I was more like on my own in that one. Oh, you? No,
Don't
you're
mind
good.
me.
I feel like I was more just chilling by myself or going around by myself, but I played with kids sometimes.
So wait, a little sidetracked. In kindergarten, did you
Yeah.
guys do your show and tell?
I remember show and tell, but nothing ever significant, and I don't think I had anything significant.
Okay. Well, I don't remember how it went, but we did it by letter, like alphabet.
Okay.
And I think I came in when they started like M or N.
MRN?
Yeah. Because it was the second semester. So like if it was M, you'd bring in something that starts with an M.
Oh, like show and tell. It was
Yeah.
everybody all at once, pretty much, and
Yeah.
you just find something with the letter.
Yeah. And then you
Gotcha.
bring it in class and we get around in the circle rug with all the letters. And then one by one we'd share what we have. And man, was that so stressful.
Trying to.
I didn't really have any. I mean, I've had a lot of toys, but nothing like I really was attached to or really liked. So I just brought in whatever I could.
Yeah. What was really stressful for me was the like green days, red days, yellow days.
What?
You know? No? Okay. So you'd have like pretty much these posters on like the side of one of those metal filing cabinets.
Okay.
And they'd be laminated. Also, elementary school, lamination was everything. I don't know why, but that's one of the biggest things I noticed.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah.
texture of construction paper and then lamination.
Yep.
But you'd have like laminated rectangles, and at the top was green, then it was I think yellow, then orange, then red, and there were magnets with your picture or your name on it. And everyone started at green. That was a good day. If you were kind of bad, you move it down to a yellow, and then you were like, getting there. Orange day. If you were just acting wild and crazy all the time, that was a red day. You didn't want a red day. And that was stressful to me, the fact that there was a green, that I can go down. I could come down from green just by doing what I do.
That's so weird. What?
Yeah. Well, it makes sense. If you have a terrible, like you're not behaving at all, you go home, it's like, oh, how was your day? I had a red day, or, like I had a yellow day.
Whoa.
And so your parents are like, a yellow day? Why'd you have a yellow day? Or if you had a red day, they were like, they got a call. And And the teacher was like, so, such and such had a red day today. This is what happened, and then you process it when you get home. But that was stressful as hell to me, because then I was aware that the things I did mattered to the teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And I did not like that at all.
Yeah.
That I could do something that I thought was okay.
Yeah.
That was apparently not okay. And that would be, I'd move the color, and it wasn't like a spectrum of colors. It was 4 colors.
Yeah.
So if you did enough bad things in a day, like one thing could push you into yellow, and then maybe you do 2 things. Maybe that pushes you into orange. Maybe that teacher's just not feeling it that day. And
Yeah.
it pushes you into orange. And all of a sudden now you're in this category of like orange. You're like, oh my God, like red is, I'm an evil, bad child. And you just don't want to be red.
Man, that's kind of messed up. Because I feel like for the teacher,
That was just my perspective. I
Well,
feel
yeah.
like it was a
No,
lot
I
better
mean-
for other people.
for like teachers, it could be something like they didn't necessarily like, hey, I don't like the way you do that.
Yeah, they single that. Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, that can happen.
Oh yeah, you
Certainly.
put glue in your hands and you rub it together and you start peeling it. That's a no-no.
That was one of my favorite things to do.
But yeah.
But I think what I got yellow days most for was there were nap time. Nap time.
In kindergarten?
Yes.
What?
We got one nap time. After that, nap time was gone. And I think later in the years, they got rid of nap time anyway. But it was like 30 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. I don't know. We'd put on like in between the lions on the, they'd roll in the TV, those big fat
Oh.
projector TVs,
Okay.
and then put in a tape or a DVD. I don't know, whichever one. But in between the lions, I think was VHS. So
Damn.
watching Reading Rainbow and In Between the Lines for nap time. And I would go somewhere. I still remember the spot. It's hard to describe the orientation of the room though. But I'd go to that spot and I'd lay down so I could see the screen through like a little hole in the chairs. But if I didn't want to see the screen, I just turned my head away, and I didn't have to be bothered by that. But there were pillows,
Okay.
just enough for the class, the students in the class. They were all sorts of colors and everything, mostly warm colors, right? And all sorts of patterns. But there was one pillow that was black, and it had aliens on it and UFOs and saucers. It was the space pillow. And I loved that pillow. That was my pillow. I wanted that pillow. That was that self-awareness thing, like, that's my pillow. When it's nap time, space pillow, mine, right? But there was one other kid who also liked the space pillow. And so every time before nap time, we had this, those styrofoam, like giant puzzle piece flooring things. They're different colors. And you just,
They're just floor mats, right?
Floor mats,
Okay, yeah.
we had those, and that's where the teacher would sit in the chair, and for like reading time, I think that was before our nap time, we'd all sit over there on the mat. Well, to the right, on the right side of the mat, was the place where the books were and the pillows. So I'd always be on the edge at the right, and then this kid would also be on the edge to the right, wanting the space pillow. And when she gave the word, like, it was on, like, I'm getting that space pillow. Like, I'd try to hide it the day before, put it in a different spot.
Yeah.
Or some wild stuff. Yeah, I got plenty of yellow days from trying to get that space pillow, man. That was my space
That
pillow.
was your yellow days.
Yeah, until she just took out the space pillow entirely because of it.
Dang.
Yeah. But that I remember being very conscious of, like, making a friend, but also,
Oh wait, that person became your friend?
no.
Okay.
I was alluding to before.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, no, I did not like that
That's
person.
funny.
Even growing up,
That's
like
funny.
in the higher grades, I did not.
Okay.
Yeah, no. That's my space pillow.
Got it.
But yeah, making those friends and like playing in that classroom, and then going after that pillow, that really, the sense of self was immense there.